Hi, good morning. I'm here to talk about Stardoll, which, how many people know who Stardoll is? Raise your hands. Yeah, you're not really our target audience, so it doesn't surprise me too much. 2 out of however many are in the room. 3, thank you. So Stardoll is a digital entertainment experience which is based on fashion and celebrity. And rather than me try to explain to you in 7 minutes exactly how exciting and vibrant and dynamic our platform is, I'm going to show you a, hopefully, short video. It is short. I'm just hoping that it's going to play. Cannot open the specific file. Try again. No. The video ne marche pas, non? Non?
No.
Bear with us. I hope this is not going to come off my 7 minutes.
No.
Do I need to dance again?
There we go.
No, it's okay.
It's going?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. This is
Okay.
take 2. This is Stardoll.
Welcome to Stardoll.
Hi Justin, I'm Maria Lane from Stardoll.
Hey Stardoll, what's up? It's Emily Osmond.
Hi everyone at Stardoll.
Hi there, I'm Heidi Klum. Welcome to Stardoll, the world of fame, fashion, and friends.
Stardoll is a leading online destination for young women and provides a world filled with fame, fashion, and friends. Through a variety of interactive and creative activities, Stardoll has every angle of a girl's life covered. We've tapped into girls' universal interest in dressing up, roleplay, and creativity. Stardoll, the leading online destination for young women.
Okay, hopefully that gives you an idea of what our users are up to. And I have a confession to make. We're not as up to date as the Arsenal website. That's about a year old as a video. We're now 180 million registered users worldwide. So, go back. The question really is, if teen and tween girls, our audience, our core audience globally, were a leading indicator of how to distribute and monetize content in the future, or indeed in the near present, then some of the things that we're doing hopefully will apply to other businesses, social gaming, and generally in the digital world. So the first thing that we look at is a freemium model. Our business has always been a freemium model from day one. We're a 6-year-old business today, and when we started, we created a single virtual economy, a virtual currency, which is Stardollars, as you would expect, given our brand. But of course, only a small percentage of our overall users are paying to play on Stardoll. The vast majority, over 90%, are playing for free at any one time. They dip in and out, they buy Stardollars, they subscribe to the platform, but it's a small percentage who are paying at any one time. However, the key second point is that we operate a business model that mixes a variety of revenue streams. And the first is our virtual economy, which really looks like a subscription business or indeed a microtransaction business. And depending on which market we're operating in, we will, for example, in France, our biggest single payment channel is right now mobile. In the US, it's credit card. In other markets, it might be PayPal, and we're mixing those payment channels in order to optimize and in order to maximize revenues across each of our markets. The interesting thing is, because it's a microtransaction model and a subscription model, it's pretty robust, whether we're in France or the US, or we look at our fast-growing emerging markets such as Turkey or Brazil, the average revenue per user on our subscription business is pretty similar. The second part of our business model is advertising, and we work with brands, Fortune 500 brands across the world, to create branded content, to create engagement with our users, with our 180 million registered users worldwide. And of course, that's a bigger business in France or in the US or in the UK than it is right now in Brazil or in Turkey, but of course, growing fast in those markets as well. And the third part of our business model, which is the newest and in some ways the most exciting part of our business, is licensing. We've announced to date 3 partnerships. The first with Mattel, where we have a range of dolls which are sold right now in the UK and the US. France is coming soon, which will be it's a 3-year deal with Mattel. More games in the pipeline there. The second partnership we announced in the back end of last year with JCPenney, just in the US right now, is a fashion line which is available in 400 stores in the US today. And the third partnership is with Random House. We actually, as a digital business, we're in the old world print publishing business right now. So we have currently 6 books out which you can buy on Amazon should you wish. The third thing, of course, is that there are no walls when it comes to distributing our brand and monetizing. So we follow our customers wherever they go to spend their time and indeed spend their money, whether it's the Stardoll.com website, which is still the majority of our business, but of course we're on TV, we're on the iPad, we're on increasingly mobile is the gateway into the brand. And socially, Stardoll has an app with 3 million users on Facebook today. So really, we're trying to distribute content and monetize that content in as many ways and on as many platforms as is possible. Fourthly, I often talk about our marketing team in Stockholm as the most boring marketing team in the world. Certainly they're not the Don Draper and Roger Sterling of the digital entertainment world. They're basically looking at acquiring users in an engineering fashion as much as in a creative marketing fashion. 30-second spots are not the way for us to grow our audience, particularly. It's baking in virality and baking in hooks into growing the user base through the product itself, and this is what they look at on a daily basis, which as you can see, is not the sexy end of the advertising business, but it works for us, and I'm sure it works for you too. Fifth, user-generated content is a key and in fact a core part of the product mix. So what we're looking at here is some designs from our members who create through a feature on Stardoll called Star Design, create their own collections, and then go on to sell those collections both on Stardoll and increasingly off Stardoll. So we have a large number today of Stardoll millionaires who have become millionaires in Star dollars, I should say, rather than in real dollars, through creating their own fashion lines and selling those on Stardoll. But you can find some of these fashion lines today on eBay and various other places on the web where users, fans of this content will actually purchase for real dollars the content or the fashion lines that you see there. I'm speeding up because I can see red down below me. Sixth, we'd be working with gamification of content. We encourage and reward specific behaviors. For example, if a user's sharing content with the rest of the platform, with the rest of the community, or playing games, we will reward them for doing that. Again, gamification is at the core of the user experience and actually at the core of the growth of the company. Seventh, we'd be tapping into the power of social. So social both on and off Stardoll. We create stickiness, we create community through some of the features on the site, such as parties, such as broadcasting messages of your latest collection or what you've seen on and off Stardoll. But increasingly that's also on Facebook and on Twitter and on YouTube. And as I said earlier, it's really about breaking down walls to distribute the content to ensure that we continue to amplify what we do beyond our own walls. And last but not least, and I think really this is the secret for why we have continued to grow through being, a relatively mature social game now, 6 years in, we're tapping into a fundamental need and a fundamental desire for self-expression and creativity. And I think, staying true to what we believe the premise was at the very beginning 6 years ago has managed to sustain our growth through the last 6 years of our life. So that's me. If you have any questions, comments, then ping me at chris@stardoll.com.
Thank you very much. Come on over here. 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, you are a guy, right?
I am.
You are managing.
You're observant.
I'm amazing.
Even after last night.
Even after last night. So how do you hire the people that are in touch with this demographic?
Good question. So we have, as you'd expect, on the management team and indeed in the company, we're 150 people, of whom right now the majority, I would say 70 odd, are on the other side of the chromosome divide. And unfortunately, most of the developers, most of the engineers are still male, but certainly the people in product and the people in marketing and indeed in sales tend to be more female than male. So that's part of the answer.
So do you actually, are you looking, because you're such a female skew and you're quite young, there is an opportunity for you to, as well as sell, but influence what females do in the future.
Absolutely.
From a hiring perspective, are you looking to hire more female engineers? I mean, they're some of the best in the world.
Yeah, in fact, we have a project which can't really talk too much about because it's under wraps right now, but it's going to be promoting exactly that, the transfer of knowledge and the ambition in the UK, just to begin with, of finding more engineers and identifying talent, engineering talent from from the female side of the industry, which is happening. It's going to go live this summer, so watch this space. But yeah.
Second question before I go to audience for questions: word of mouth. How important is it to your brand?
Super important. It's honestly, of the 180 million registered users, we got to 80 million without doing any marketing at all. So really, it was marketing in the product, baking, as I say, virality into that product experience, and word of mouth for any brand in the social gaming sphere is important. But for a youth brand, it's extra important. The classroom and the playground is really the marketing platform that we've grown through.
Because young women usually do things together, right? So do you find a lot of them building, like, is the experience that a lot of them build these dolls together, or is it more of a solitary thing?
Yeah, it's both. I mean, they're building dolls. They're building not just with their friends, but also, interestingly, at the younger end of our audience, with their mums and even with their dads. It's a shared experience. And then when they're on their own on the platform, they're also sharing through the community, through the party functionality, through the chat functionality. So even if they're not sitting down together, they're actually creating content together, often through those features that we built in. So.
Great presentation. Any questions out here? Yes, sir. Oh, one sec.
Getting your run in this morning. I was just curious because you talked about how you sort of let your users lead you. What kind of either experiential or sort of entertainment extensions are you seeing on the horizon that you'll have to contend with?
So we tend to try to collaborate and partner with those entertainment experiences, as you'd expect. So we have relationships with all of the music labels, and we're actually about to embark on a summer concert series which will manifest itself as virtual concerts on Stardoll, virtual exclusive concerts on Stardoll, where the superstar users, our subscribers, can access exclusive content through being a subscriber, but also, for the first time, creating events, real-world offline events in a number of cities worldwide. That's coming up this summer, so that's one opportunity for us to, again, kind of extend the brand into the real world, as we've done with Mattel and JCPenney and Random House to date. So that's one opportunity and one way we look to collaborate rather than compete with those with the other areas of our target audience's life. And music is super important. Fashion is another area which is super important, and we have some more fashion partners which we're about to launch with in the summer in other markets outside the US, which again is a big opportunity for us to be present on the high street rather than just in the digital shopping mall that is Stardoll.
Thank you very much. Big round of applause for Chris Seth from Stardoll.